Hi, I'm Anna, and welcome to this episode of Me Party, where I'll be talking about the new film Nope. And I'm super excited to chat about this. It's not going to be like a full, on depth, big review or whatever. I feel I have some thoughts after the film, and Me Party is all about the things I've seen on my own and then want to talk about, but have no one to talk about them with because one, I went on to see it on my own, two, I don't know anyone else who's seen it, three, this is my party, so I'm going to talk about whatever I want. This isn't going to be a full, in-depth, properly look at every element of the film, just a few things that stood out to me. First bits without spoilers. Nope is about this family who own a horse ranch in California, and they supply horses to the Hollywood industry, entertainment, movies, etc., blah, blah, blah. And something wonderful yet completely sinister suddenly appears in the sky above, and whilst this family try and get rid or at least get a picture of what's above them, the owner of a theme park who lives near them is trying to profit from it instead. First element without spoilers. If you've not seen it and want to just get some quick thoughts before seeing this, I was like, oh my god, Jordan Peele, this trailer looks, it's a nope from me, no pun intended. And I googled, is Nope scary? And it was like, there's a few jump scares, but nah, it'll be good. And I totally agree with that. If you're like wanting to watch this and not sure about the scaredness factor, there was one scene where I had my hands over my eyes, but other than that, all good to go. A lot of it takes place kind of in the day, there's bright blue sky, there's these characters you really trust and feel very happy and comfortable around, and when you finally see what it is in the sky, I don't know. I don't want to give too much away, but it's okay. It's okay. You will enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it anyway. Like, don't take my word for it. Like, oh my god, I don't trust me. But yeah, I totally recommend you going to see it. It's such a fun, interesting one, and something that I will talk about when I get more into the spoilers. But one thing that really stood out to me is this idea: as people, we're like the only animals in the whole entire world who like pay taxes and wear clothes. Like, why we decide that we then suddenly have authority over every other creature on Earth, I don't know. That blows my mind. Why we feel we can dress up parrots or try and train dogs to do things like, you know what I mean? It's insane, and it's. I feel Jordan Peele in his films, he takes not a simple topic, but his films I feel have an element of a story that every element then feeds into. Which I will now talk about in more spoilery form, but if you haven't seen it, I recommend doing it. Pause here or feel free to continue, totally up to you. But this is my party, and this is what I'm going to talk about. So, yeah, properly talking about some elements of Nope that I enjoyed. Yes, this idea of not being able to control animals, I thought that was so interesting, so clever, and I loved how they showed that in a few different ways. From the horses on set, this idea that the character of OJ, played by Daniel Kaluuya, he was a bit like tame and shy himself, so this idea of having control this beast around him, like he couldn't do that. This thing in the sky above them, like how are they going to get control of that? The cinematographer that they get to help them, he is shooting all these, like a massive snake killing a tiger, like what was that? Again, we think we control both of these animals, but actually they can like control each other. Like, oh my god! And then the show within the film, is it called Hey Gordy, that Stephen Yeun's character is in, where it kind of flows throughout it, and this idea of you physically you can put dungarees on an animal doesn't mean they're going to be nice to you and like tip their hat when they say hello. They're not Paddington Bear. I just think it was so interesting how it was just this big, simple topic of animals, they're creatures in their own right, let's leave them alone. Let's give them some space, let's let them live their lives. Sure, if things get dangerous, if we need to move, if they need to move, let's figure it out. But if not, let them be. Like, why are we trying to tame these things and turn them into attractions at fun fairs and on TV shows, etc., etc.? I just thought it was a really clever one a really clever topic that I haven't really seen talked about like this, and I really enjoyed Jordan Peele's look at it. I want to talk about something before in the non-spoilery section when I said I only had my hands over my eyes at one point, and that was when, do you know, the kids who like live next door came round in like gorilla suits and like alien heads. Oh my god, was anyone else freaking out at that point? Like, oh, oh, that was not it. That was not it. But talking about the actual monster, okay, the actual thing. Does anyone else think it was like a big cowboy hat, like in the sky, or like a mushroom that you've taken like the little, what's it called, the stalk out of? It looked like that, and then when it became like a big kite, I guess, it's like green, weird square mouth open. Like, I quite like the idea that it wasn't any particular animal, and it was a mix of things and ideas, and it was a ship, or it was quite this flowing, free thing. But at the same time, it was like, what the heck is this? What is it? What? What are you? Even when we saw the people being like sucked into it, like where, like, I, I don't know, but I had this kind of love for it, and I really appreciated that style of art. And again, movement, understanding of animals, they can't be controlled. We don't know them. Let's just kind of have a mix of animals and creatures, but at the same time, it just felt very like a stingray, like a blood-sucking stingray. Oh my gosh, I love Kiki Palmer's performance. I love this kind of trio we had of these two siblings and then like the tech guy from Fry's, whatever it was called. I just thought it was really interesting, really clever. I love how Jordan Peele, like I said before, has kind of these big topics, and obviously has incredible black stories and black creators behind it. I just thought it was fantastic, and I'd really recommend anyone seeing it in cinema who hasn't. Like I said at the start, this isn't like a full in-depth review on literally everything that was in it because, oh my gosh, I came out of there thinking, oh my gosh, I've got so much to say. But a few days after, I'm now like, okay, like that was really interesting, and the fact that they kind of looked at that one topic but in a few different ways, like, I don't know, it just made it even more powerful and clever that it didn't suddenly have all these underlying things that was like, oh my god, I have to leave that and properly have a breakdown and think about it. Like, no, it looked at one element, and I really appreciated that. I really enjoyed it. Feel free to send me your thoughts on Instagram. I'm at anna.create, and I post new episodes of Me Party whenever I've seen something on my own and fancy talking about it. So keep listening for when they are out. But yes, I really appreciate you listening. I will speak to you soon. Thanks so much. Bye.